What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Perfect Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ray Molina, and this is episode 75. Let's talk about it. Every day. And when I tell you every day, I mean every day. Every day, I have a reason to not want to go and do what I'm supposed to go do. Every day, I have an excuse to not get out of bed. Every day, I have an excuse to be a piece of shit dad. Every day, I have an excuse to fall off the track. Every day, I have an excuse to say why I don't want to go to church, or why I don't want to get better, or why I don't want to go to the gym, or why I don't want to this, or why I don't want to that. Every single day. And every day, I promise you, there is somebody talking about me the way they are talking about you. They're talking about how you used to be, or who you are now, and that you're fake, that you're not that person, that they've known you since high school, they've known you since you were in grade school, that they've known, but they don't know you now. They don't know me now. A lot has changed. Every day, all of these things are going on. And every day, somebody is trying to just shovel little pebbles into your path to make you stumble. They're trying to get people to listen to the things that they used to know about you. So they'll have an opinion about you. And they won't believe that you are someone who has turned the corner and made a change in your life. You know, every day I think about a lot of these things, okay? Every day I think about how I allowed people to be disrespectful to me and talk down to me years ago. How I allowed them to treat me like I was this big. How I allowed them to treat me that like because I was maybe younger than them, I wasn't worthy of having an opinion, or my opinion didn't matter. Or because I wasn't maybe the strongest or didn't take care of myself, they could just talk to me and treat me the way however they wanted. I'm telling you guys that every day I think about one of those instances. I am not exaggerating you. Every day I think about at least one of those instances where people used to treat me a certain way. And I allowed these people to have an opinion about me. I allowed these people to mistreat me. I allowed them to disrespect me. And in some cases, I allowed these people to put their hands on me when I was younger. Because I wasn't strong here, and here. And if you're listening and you're not watching, I pointed to my brain, my heart, and my physical. I lacked self-confidence, so I allowed people to mistreat me. I allowed people to feel comfortable to talk to me a certain way. And yeah, there were times where I would stick up for myself, and then I would back down because I didn't really, wasn't really wired that way. But sometimes things change. And that's what I've been going through for the last almost 6 years now. I'm not the person that I was. And that pisses some people off to the point where, yeah, they're talking. But let me explain something to you. I've gotten to a point in my life where I don't allow somebody who isn't doing what I'm doing to have any merit over my life, any value. Their opinion doesn't matter. Their comments don't matter. Nothing matters. And when people call me or try to come around me and talk about these people, I don't want to hear it. I don't allow the conversation. Why? Because I'm not there anymore. I'm over here. And there's no problem. But I'm over here. I don't want to be over there. I've been there. And that's not where I want to go back. I don't allow people who don't get up every day and do what I do to have an opinion about my life. I get up every day and I bust my ass in the gym. Not because I want to be some tough guy or not because I want to show somebody, look at me, look how big I am now, look how strong I am now. No, because I want to take care of my health, because I want to get my confidence right, because I want to get my mental right, because I want to feel confident when I walk into a room. And I want to demand a certain level of respect when I'm around people without saying a word. There's a big difference. A lot of people talk about respect when they walk in the room. They talk and they want, oh, just respect me. No, no, no. I want respect without saying a word. Walk into a room and you look at somebody and you can tell, you know who I'm talking about. You know the people that when you're somewhere and someone walks in, you don't even have to know this person, and someone walks into a room, they demand a level of respect. You look at him, you're like, man, that dude looks like he's on it. Not only just physically, but he looks like he carries himself with respect. He dresses with respect. His conversation is respectful. He's not rude. He's in shape. He's well groomed. Whatever it is, maybe he pulled up in a nice looking car, maybe he didn't. But that person, when they walked in, you could tell. And immediately you felt like that's the type of person right there that demands respect without saying a word. Every day I work on that. Every day I work on my spirit. Every day I try to forgive myself for things that I did in the past. I don't need anybody to tell me about my past. I lived it. It was me. So when people have an opinion about your life and about who you were or whatever, and they want to tell you about it, don't give them the time of day. You lived it. You've been through it. Maybe you even caused some of the heartache that you went through. I know I caused a lot of it myself. There are a lot of people that are stuck in the past that try to approach you the same way that they used to today. And I'm telling you guys, listen to me closely. I personally, I don't allow it no more. And it angers some people because I'm not this little guy no more. I'm not the guy who's just going to allow you to talk to me a certain way. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect. Are you kidding me? Motherfucker, I'm a dad. A fucking great dad. And I'm sorry about the language, but sometimes you have to use aggressive language to get your fucking point across. And that's what I'm doing today. So if you're listening and you didn't expect me to be flipping language like that, I apologize. But this episode needs that. So if you need to tune off and listen to this on your headphones or when people aren't around, please do that. But listen to me close. I'm a fucking dad. All right? I handle my shit. I'm never going to allow someone to have an opinion about who the fuck I am when I get up every fucking day and do the work. Someone who doesn't go to the gym every day and take care of their health. Someone who fucking wastes their weekend drinking every fucking weekend. Someone who fucking runs around and puts their dick in anything fucking walking. Yeah, I said it. Someone who doesn't try to better themselves spiritually, someone who doesn't read a fucking book. Someone who cares about just fucking working a 9 to 5 and not chasing their fucking dreams, never chasing a dream in their life. Someone who hasn't did the work to fucking heal from the past trauma that they've been through. Maybe some trauma that they caused. You think I'm going to sit back and allow someone like that to have a fucking opinion about me? Nah. Not when I'm working every day. Not when I leave that fucking gym and I'm drenched like I just got out of the sauna and I wasn't in the fucking sauna. I was busting my ass. Every day I work on becoming a better man. I will never allow another person who doesn't fucking work on themselves as hard as I work on to ever say anything or have a fucking opinion about who the fuck I am today. It will never happen. Never. They can try. They can sure try. But I promise you, they will not be around me. Okay? They won't. There is a reason why when you see me on social media, you don't see me with a group of friends. With a group of people that I don't do it. Why? Because not everybody is going the same fucking direction you're going. And unfortunately, when you're trying to work on you, mentally, spiritually, physically, there are not a lot of fucking people that want to do that right now. You know why? Because it takes hard work. Hard work. And everybody talks about, yeah, I go to the gym. And they probably go in the gym and they fucking sit there on their phones all day. They fucking talk to everybody. They don't bust their ass, they don't do nothing. And they look the same every fucking year you see them. They look the same because they're not working. They're fucking off. The proof is in the pudding, guys. It's in the fucking pudding. You want to tell me something about my life? Go to my Instagram. Someone told me, "Wow, it's kind of crazy. You have more posts than you have followers." That's because I choose to leave my progress, my story for years on my timeline, because I want you, when you hear a podcast like this, I want you to check the facts. I want you to go back on my timeline and look. Let me check if this guy's real. Well, let me see what he's talking about. Let me see if he's really standing on his word. And when you go back and you see the fat piece of shit that I was, and I don't give a damn if that offends anybody, listen to me. I was fat, out of shape. I didn't love myself. I didn't care about myself. I didn't give a shit. I ate whatever I want. I drank however I want. I didn't care. I didn't care about my spouse because I didn't care about, hey, if I got 20 years, if I got 10 years, fuck it. I'm going to live my life. I didn't respect myself. I didn't love myself. And in turn, people didn't love or respect me. They said they did. They said they loved me. Oh, you're my boy. I got your back always. I love you. I'm always looking out for you. Yeah? Really? Because if you love somebody, you give them the hard truth. You tell them, hey, my boy, you're fucking up. You better get your health in order. Hey, you're fucking up in your marriage. Hey, you're fucking up as a dad. Hey, you're fucking up spiritually. You need to get right with God. You need to go back. Get back with God. Yeah, and I cuss. I sure do. And I don't apologize for it. Yep. And I go to church every Sunday. And I go to my men's group Wednesday. And I cuss. I sure do. Sometimes it just requires that. Hey, forgive me. It is what it is. And if people don't want to hear that, they are not your friends. They don't belong in your circle. For God's sakes, man, if someone told me all that shit and I pushed them away and pushed them off, that's my fault. Because that was someone who really cared about me. They didn't gas me up, tell me to go do some shit that they know I shouldn't have been doing. And that happened. Oh, yeah. Trust me, it happened. From people that I loved, people that I thought loved me. It happened. Let me explain something to you, man. This goes as deep as dealing with my father. So, my father is, my dad was, I believe, 18 when he had me. So, I will be 48 in 2 weeks, okay? So, that makes my dad 66. He'll be 67, I want to say, this year. My dad gets on TikTok. Now, this is a man that my grandfather, most of you know who follow me and listen to my podcast, most of you know that my grandfather died in in uh in January, okay? But the story is my dad called me and he was in tears, crying. Okay? I didn't want to answer the call, but I heard my grandfather's voice. Pick it up. Pick it up. I picked it up. He was crying. I consoled him, even though we're not on a great, talking basis. I consoled him, whatever. He said, we got to get together. I shared this with you guys already. Listen to me. This man, last week, gets on TikTok and posts something on my timeline about a video I shared about someone talking about being a father and being assertive, and about being and a wife saying, hey, is the husband, my husband's being a little too disciplinary, like he's being a very strong disciplinary on my kids, and I'm a little concerned that he might be going too hard. And it was Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey said, do you love this man? Do you value him? Is he the man you always wanted, that you dreamed of and that you always wanted to be with? And she said, yes. And he said, why would you stop that man that you love, that you say you value, and he's the man you've always wanted to be with? Why would you stop him from disciplining his kids? If you love him, then he's going to create two sons that are like him. And she said, you're right. I don't know why I don't trust him. I should. My dad had the nerve to get on this TikTok, reply and say, why would you post a video like that? You hated me for this. Let me explain to you something, guys. Yo, this man was not in my life. Okay? He was there for a few years of my life after not being there for ages. Okay, this much. This out of my entire life, he was there this much. And if you're listening, I'm pinching two fingers. This much. That's how much he was there. And he equates this story to somehow factor into his life and how he fathered me, which he never did. This is a man who doesn't fucking take care of himself, doesn't call to check on his grandkids, hasn't seen his grandkids since they were like 5. By the way, they're 13 and 11 now. Jaden was maybe 3. He hasn't seen any of them. Doesn't take care of himself. Drinks a fucking case of fucking soda every other day. Eats whatever the fuck he wants. Doesn't believe in God. He thinks church is this, church is that. And I get it. I have my own opinions about church. I get it. Doesn't take care of himself at all. Goes to the doctor. The doctors tell him that he needs to do this, do that to take care of his life, to change his life. And he says the doctors don't know shit. He's one of those guys. But he has a fucking opinion about who I am right now. I will never allow somebody who doesn't do work, doesn't care about themselves, doesn't value themselves, doesn't make any changes to be a great person, physically, mentally, and spiritually, to have any fucking opinion about me. I'm sorry, you need to step the fuck aside and have several seats. Several. Block button. Gone. I consoled this man, and this is what he hits back with. Not, how are the kids? Hey, I got the same fucking number that I've had for damn near 20 years. My kids play baseball. Plenty of opportunities. This isn't about him. That's one instance. I've got people that I know that I've known for years. They don't call and check up on me. I don't care about that. Because I'm not that dude anymore. I used to be concerned about people calling and checking on me, making sure I'm okay. In fact, when I was going through my divorce, I would reach out and ask people to pray for me. People to pray for me who didn't go to church. Who really didn't work on their faith. But I would be reaching out through text. Can you pray for me? I'm going through it. These are the people that I would reach out to. These are the people that I would ask for help from. I can't believe that that's how my life used to be. I don't worry about who calls me anymore. I don't worry about who reaches out to me anymore. I don't. Because I've got to a point now where I'm okay with being with me. Being alone does not scare me. Because when I'm alone, I'm not lonely. Big difference. When I have my kids, it's all that matters. And when I don't have my kids, I don't fall apart no more. Why? Because I did the work. I did the work. I don't give a shit about what anybody who is not doing what I'm doing says about me. Nobody. I can tell you who I was. It was me. Okay? I don't need a reminder from somebody who's fucking slacking off and fucking off in their own life that wants to have an opinion about me because I am no longer this fucking pushover that they can just fucking hang out with and talk to however they want and not respect me or my life and the way I'm living my life. Not happening. Not that guy no more. And I don't give a fuck if it offends anybody. I don't. I really don't. Sometimes that shit needs to be said. I was weak as fuck. I was fat and out of shape. I ate whatever. I drank whatever. Didn't go to church. Even if I didn't go to church, I didn't spend any time reading the Bible. I didn't spend any time on my spirit. I tried to knock down any female that came across me. Anybody. I tried to knock them down. I didn't care. I didn't care. It showed though, when you saw me, it showed that I didn't care about myself. So if I didn't care about myself, why would anybody else? Excuse me. Why would anybody else? Why would anybody give a fuck about me if I didn't give a fuck about myself? How can I demand respect if I don't even respect myself? Of course people are going to talk however the fuck they want to talk to me. Just look at me. Look at what I was. I didn't deserve no respect. People say everybody deserves respect. No. I don't believe in that shit. Respect is earned. It's earned. And I didn't fucking earn it. But see, the fact that those days are no longer here and I've done what I needed to do to change my life, people can't talk to me like that no more. Can't be around me like that no more. Because I love myself. I love my life. I love the work that I've done. I love the fact that I get up every fucking morning and I hit that gym. And I'm listening to a podcast that's trying to teach me and educate me. I love the fact that I'm starting a new business doing furniture restoration and working with my hands and showing my artistic gift and through furniture, which is something I never thought I would do. I love the fact that when I'm done doing that, I can go hop in my car, go make some money, doing whatever the hell I need to do. I love the fact that I got my kids and I'm doing the things that I do with my kids. I love the fact that I'm doing all these things. I'm reading books. I'm educating myself all the time. I'm putting out positive content on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on you name it, Facebook, Twitter. I'm putting out Nothing but positive content. Stuff that I think that people need to hear. Maybe this isn't for everybody, but there are people out there that need to hear this shit. I like where I'm at. I am not going to allow somebody to be in my life or around me or talk to me a certain way or treat me a certain way or act a certain way around me when they don't fucking do anything that I do. No fucking way. In my head, I'm a fucking animal when it comes to chasing my life and my dreams and everything that I'm doing. Okay? And if you don't believe that, you don't believe you're the best, you don't believe that you are somebody that should demand a certain level of respect, then you better get on it. That means you haven't done the work yet. That means you haven't done anything that you need to do. I promise you can get there. Guys, I have an excuse every fucking day. I hate when people tell me about a hard life or why they can't do shit. Motherfucker, listen to me. I was living in an office during the pandemic with no shower. None. And I'm going to cut to this on YouTube when I put this up. Taking a bird bath. Scrubbing myself down, putting a yellow Costco bin top on the ground with a towel over it, and then grabbing another small bucket with soap water and sponging myself down. While everybody else was talking about how hard the pandemic was, I kept my fucking mouth shut and I just got through it. For over a year, I did that shit. If you think that I'm going to allow somebody to talk to me and have a certain opinion about me and who the fuck I am today, you got another thing coming. I don't answer my phone for none of these motherfuckers. I don't. I don't return messages. I don't do none of it. Because I know what it is. It's not, hey, Ray, how the kids? How you doing, bro? See, you're doing good. You know what it is? Oh, man, you changed. Oh, how come you ain't this? How come you ain't that? Hey, did you hear what so-and-so's doing? That's the other one. Be careful with that. There are people that want to call you. They don't want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about other people. Be careful with that. Because that's another way to get you off your track. It gets baited into, oh, you're doing good, but did you hear how bad someone else is doing? That ain't none of your fucking business. You understand? Every day I got an excuse. Every day I think about one of those instances where I was disrespected, where I was talked to a certain way, where I let somebody treat me in the most disrespectful way, where I allowed a coworker to talk to me a certain way, where I allowed a 9 to 5 that I had abuse me and tell me that I couldn't go take my kids to school every day because I needed to be there because they need me there, and fuck that, find a ride for your kids. Every day I think about shit like that. Every day I think about how I lived during that pandemic, how I struggled, the things that I had to endure. And prior to the pandemic, of having to shower at 24-hour fitness because I didn't have a shower. I think about those days when I was sitting in that shower, showering at 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever, being in tears because I couldn't believe where I was. And I didn't want anybody to know that that's where my life was. Every day I think about those things. And every day I tell myself, never in my life will I ever again allow someone to ever disrespect me. It's not happening. You can try, but I promise you I'll show you the door and you will no longer be around me. I promise you. I don't give a fuck who it is. Family, friend, whatever. Co-worker, acquaintance, girlfriend, whatever. Never. That's all I got. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. And please, I hope if this hits home for you and you appreciate the message, please take this episode, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or even Instagram or YouTube, please share it. Get it out there. Please share it. It'll also be on my website, raymolina.com. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at It's Ray Molina. The podcast is at The Perfect Mess Pod. My TikTok is also at It's Ray Molina. All right? I love you guys, and like I always say, my life isn't perfect. Oftentimes it's a mess, but for me, it's the perfect mess.